Good morning. Today on Play to Win, what can we expect to see tomorrow from the Falcons? How's the NFC going to shake out? And is there cause for concern if there's a little bit of an upset in Athens today? We'll cover all that and more on the fastest 30 minutes in television, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers, Chevrolet, Find New Roads, Bojangles, and Reliable Heating and Air. Welcome to football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, college and SEC football expert Chris Marler, Falcons All-Pro wide receiver Terrence Mathis, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's hometown team report is being brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys. Our attorneys know what it takes to win.
Happy Saturday morning, Atlanta. Welcome back to another week of football's Play to Win. Today's hometown team report is brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys. Crew back in the house today. Bob Whitfield, Chuck Smith, Terrence Mathis, the rest of the crew joining us here.
What up, what up?
Week one. What up, what up? Week one, college football in the books. Talk of the town. Chuck, you called it. Clemson did not stand up to Georgia's defense. For me, the Mayonnaise Bowl, boring as mess to watch, but glad about the outcome. And honestly, for me, it's Trevor Lawrence donning that Georgia gear, football Jesus, kind of being a good sport about things.
Hey, I love it. That's part of the NFL lifestyle. You know, people gamble in the NFL locker rooms. That's hilarious. But, you know, kudos out to Georgia. Let me make a description, Nikki, and Bob and Terrence. Y'all feel, roll me here. Jordan Davis from Georgia, this is what it was like when he was going against Clemson. It's like that bully when you was in middle school and that bully come in there and smack you and take your lunch money and take your milk. And then when you try to get it back, he hit you again. That's what Jordan Davis and those boys did to Clemson. They took the lunch money and then they went back and got it again when he was trying to get some milk.
Well, I tell
Terrence,
you why
are you
Trevor
hating down there?
No. I tell you why Trevor was smiling so much, because he glad he wasn't wearing 4, 5, 6 Georgia jerseys on his back from getting sacked. So he was happy he wasn't in that game.
I mean, it was for sure. It was a sackathon, Bob.
That baseball score of a game, yeah. We went out west and showed you how to handle a true SEC team. How UCLA Bruins smacked up a SEC team. We don't do baseball scores out west.
You said the West Coast won one game. UCLA beat the SEC team. Now they run around talking about, yeah, we want Bama.
Chuck,
we built different.
Chuck,
what? Y'all need to stop.
Chuck, listen. Their conference lost to an FCS school. Washington lost to an FCS school. Well, you can't brag about the Pac-12. Go somewhere with all that.
Terrence, I'm about to dump a bucket of ice on you real quick. I got to ask you a question here. What's it going to take for the Falcons to go 1-0 in the Arthur Smith era?
You know what? I really don't know. I have more to discuss later in the show about that. But here's what it needs to take. They need alignment, assignment, execution, and energy. That's what I want to see from the start. And then we'll talk later in the show about all the details that need to go on to win this football game.
Listen to you making them hold out there for more. Georgia, UAB. Anybody watching it? Anybody care? Are you going to be totally butthurt if Georgia doesn't come out on top in Athens, Bob?
Touchdown this week,
He don't even care.
Maybe we'll see several touchdowns.
SEC.
Hey, Chucky, understand this. UCLA used to whoop on Tennessee back in the day, so shut it down.
True.
All right, guys, stick with us. When we come back, we're going to talk about the SEC. Who's got the most to prove? We'll be right back on Play to Win.
On or off the field, we all have rules to play by. But what happens after a serious car crash? When the insurance company won't play fair? At Montlick & Associates, we know injury law, and we know what it takes to win. After all, we've been winning in our field for over 35 years. If you've been injured, we're here to help. Simply dial #WIN from your cell phone for your free consultation. That's #946.
It's Chevy Truck Month. And it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Get great offers from GM Financial and $1,750 cash allowance on Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
At Metro by T-Mobile, we don't think you should pay extra for unlimited 5G. Introducing the big 5G upgrade. Ditch Boost and Cricket and save half when you switch. Just $25 a month for one line of unlimited smartphone data with 5G access included. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy 5G with trade-in. All on the power of the T-Mobile 5G network. Rule your day with the big 5G upgrade. Only at Metro.
We get uncomfortable to restore your comfort. Our commitment is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Only $19.99 a month for a new water heater.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by your Southeastern Nissan dealer.
Welcome back. Our SEC ACC report is brought to you by Greater Atlanta Nissan. Welcome back, Chris Marlar, our favorite fixture on the show every week, breaking down all things college football. Chris, tell us, if you're in the SEC, what is your biggest prove-it game this week?
For me, it's not in the SEC. Okay, we're going to take a step outside of the SEC. We're going to go back outside of the Pac-12 and talk about what Bob was talking about earlier.
I hate when you don't follow the rules.
Well, you know what? We're not going to follow the rules because I just heard this whole thing about a baseball score, and I heard all this trash being talked by Bob about the ACC or the SEC, the Pac-12. Tell me if this is true or not. Did Washington, a preseason top 25 team, lose to an FCS school 13-7? If that's not a Little League baseball score, I don't know what is. Now, getting back to the SEC, I would say that the biggest prove-it game for me this week is going to be Kentucky and Mizzou, because I think every single offseason we talk about these two teams challenging for the second or third spot in the division and taking that next step. That hasn't really happened yet, but we saw a fantastic opening weekend, especially in Lexington from University of Kentucky and Will Levis at the quarterback now. Which of those two teams has taken the next step and can challenge for the second or third spot in this division?
And when you look at two SEC and ACC matchups, Pitt at Tennessee, NC State at Mississippi State, do you see any?
Stop right there.
What?
Stop right there. Stop right there. There it is. The most important game this weekend is Tennessee versus Pitt. Are we going to believe the hype up there with hype? Are we going to see what the Vols got? Back to you, Nikki. I didn't mean to interrupt. It's your segment, Chris.
No. Chris, you jumped in with it. Tell us what's going to happen with that game.
Tennessee will start out. They'll start out the score on the first drive. They'll probably be up 14-10 in the first half, and they'll lose 31-17. I just basing everything off that we've seen in that program for the last 10 years. That's probably what's going to happen. The game that I honestly like, if you talk about, especially from outer conference, that NC State Mississippi State game, I think there's a lot riding on that because it's less than a 3-point spread. You're talking about a game at Mississippi State where they're not even the favorite, and that's a team that should have lost last week to Louisiana Tech. Are they going to be able to beat a really good bowl team from last year with NC State in week 2?
Bob, you want to take up for Chuck?
Look, I like the way Tennessee played. 1 week, I like the play Tennessee played. They not going to play good anymore. I trust you.
Sorry, Chuck, you're outnumbered. Now it's time for our college football showdown.
Today's Showdown of the Week is being brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing.
And it's going to be Oregon at Ohio State. What are some of the keys to this matchup, Chris?
Well, first and foremost, the only Oregon school we support in this house are the Beavers. So it's going to be hard for me to sit here and talk about an Oregon Ducks team that, again, a Pac-12 team that's ranked going into the season, struggling with Fresno State in week 1. I think the keys to this game is how late into the game they're even going to be in it. I think that Ohio State will blow them out. I think it'll be probably a 2-touchdown score game at the very least. But yeah, how are they going to be able to stop C.J. Stroud and that passing attack? Because they have the deepest group of receivers in the country.
All right, guys, stick with us. Coming up, we're going to talk some Georgia Bulldog football. We'll be right back on Football's Play to Win.
Here we go. And we go up.
You're the proud owner of the fastest growing gym in town. And your online classes are a big reason why. But if slow upload speeds end up straining your growth because your business has cable.
Oh, we're holding. What's going on?
Just remember.
If you hear me, put your kettlebells down.
You're not a bad gym owner. You just need better internet.
AT&T Business Fiber delivers 25 times faster upload speeds than cable to help keep your business growing. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-844-641-FAST.
It's bow time. Real deal chicken sandwiches don't take shortcuts. Cause bold, hand-breaded chicken, huge pickles, and buttered buns just taste better. Try the new Bo's Chicken Sandwich for $3.99, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
We've owned a few different houses through the years. Your company was absolutely the best. They were so professional. Everything they didn't get a mark on a wall or anything else. It was clean, it was friendly, and it was fun. And most of the time, moving is not fun. I'm going to give a great recommendation to Atlanta Peach Movers. It's always on time and it's always professional. There is no tree in Atlanta Peach Movers.
To schedule your move, call Atlanta Peach Movers today.
Recognized as a top-rated law firm for professional excellence in legal expertise, communication skills, and highest ethical standards. We are Montlick Injury Attorneys, and we know what it takes to win.
Today's University of Georgia Report is being brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you.
Welcome back. Today's Dog Report is brought to you by Beaver Toyota. Do we think that Kirby Smart is being a little bit dramatic about Georgia possibly having a letdown against UAB at home? Chris?
UAB is like the best team they play until November on that damn schedule. Like I don't think he's saying that at all. They play no one. That they have a one-game season. This is that game is over now. They won 10-3, and they're going to win the rest of these games like 31-2, and then it'll be a high-scoring baseball score, Bob. But yeah, I don't think he's being that dramatic. UAB is a good team.
Bob, is he being dramatic?
There's drama all around the SEC because Georgia playing cupcakes, Alabama playing cupcakes.
Don't start.
Well, what we're saying is that you have to keep your team motivated. So Kirby is looking at it like, hey, keep the guys motivated. Don't overlook this team. Let me tell them that you might can get beat. You might can lose. But that's not really going to happen.
I mean, guys, cupcake games we get into this every season. I mean, they always happen. So you're saying, Bob, there's value in this. So if the guys get kind of humbled down with one of these cupcake games, there's just value in that. Chuck?
Yeah. Nikki, I think this sets up something really good in the next few years, Chris. And think about it like this. That's why I think with Texas and Oklahoma coming into the conference, you're going to now have a little more intrigue. You're going to have teams playing, now that they jump in. So every week, in my opinion, you're going to have to add those guys in the mix. So some of those cupcakes won't be on the schedule. So I kind of like it. So it's going to be better down the line. But you can't blame Bama for what's going on at Ole Miss. Or you can't blame Georgia for Tennessee's lack of success or players. You just got to play who you got. But I think in the future, I'd like to see when Texas and Oklahoma come in, the SEC figure out a way to get more intriguing games. I just think it not only helps them in positioning for an opportunity to play for a national championship, it's just better for the eyeballs and for us viewers who want to see the big boys clash week in and week out.
And you want to see the big boys clash, yeah, Chris.
We know these cupcake games. We just saw it in the Pac-12 as I was giving Bob a hard time. Like they can sneak up and get you every once in a while. But guys, we're less than a week removed from Bama playing Miami, from Georgia playing Clemson, and having some of these big games. So it's like at the same time, how many of these games are we trying to get scheduled that are going to be healthy for the players? Because you're playing very highly competitive games week in and week out, and then go into playing an 8-game SEC schedule. So how much of that is even realistic, and how much of that not just the selfishness of fans wanting to see better games? Because listen, I mean, like it's keeping teams like you look at Kent State. Kent State, they go in there last year. They have Penn State, Bama, and Kentucky scheduled. That's $5 million with the payments they were going to get from those schools, which is 1/6 of their overall athletic department budget.
And Chuck, I know you want to say something, but guys, you're going to have to stick with us to see what he's got to say next. When we come back, we're talking Falcons, we're talking Eagles, and we're going to let Chuck finish. It's all coming up next on Football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Atlanta Nissan dealer. This is It Barbecue and Atlanta Peach Movers.
There's never been a better time for you to get the truck and the price of your dreams. Oh, and for a limited time, the vehicles may be purchased with zero down and no payments for 3 months. Your pre-owned truck center is now open. Visit us at beavertoyotacumming.com. We're here to wow you.
The next generation of hair transplant procedures is here. X-Acto Pro is a revolutionary procedure that takes hair transplants to a completely new level. Hair Restoration Specialist of Atlanta is the only hair transplant clinic that offers this new hair technology. The next 10 clients during the month of September will also receive $1,000 off this new procedure and $2,000 in additional savings. We are the top choice in hair restoration, so call us today to book your procedure and let's get you back to the hair you deserve and love.
We work late, so you can sleep easier. Our dedication is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Any size AC system, just $69.99 a month.
You just want to meet your new niece.
Here she is.
But if slow upload speeds were to freeze your face and you accidentally snub a newborn,
Nothing is ever good enough for you.
just remember, you're not a bad sister.
This is gonna be a problem.
You just need better internet.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience with 25 times faster upload speeds than cable. Get AT&T Fiber. Plan starting at $35 a month for a year. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
Today's Atlanta Falcons report is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Welcome back. Our Falcons report is brought to you by Georgia Drive Chevy. Welcome back, Terrence Mathis. We got some questions about this Falcons-Eagles game. Which question do you have that is burning a hole through you about this game, Terrence?
Well, first of all, I've been hard on this Falcons team all during the offseason. I'm going to be a little light on this right now. And here it is. We don't know much about the offense, but what they have to do is run the ball well. 150 yards plus to do it. They have to be efficient on third down, 40% or more, and they got to be very efficient in the red zone, which they had problems with last year. So if you're 80 to 90% scoring efficiency in the red zone, the chances of you winning. Defensively, I'm not worried about them too much. I think that they have a great scheme. They're going to put pressure on the quarterback with the different personnel and different schemes that they're going to run. And they just can't give up chunk plays, which are big plays, explosive plays of 20-plus yards or more. If they don't do that and we don't turn the ball over, we win this football game.
If we don't screw up, we win. Chuck, what are the keys to the game for you?
Well, the keys are offensive line. Can this offensive line, Jake Matthews, Jalen Mayfield, Matt Hennessy, Chris Lindstrom, and at right tackle, Caleb McGarry, can they handle Fletcher Cox from the Eagles? Can they handle Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, Derek Barnett, a fantastic defensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles? And the Falcons got to run the ball. So to me, the only way you're going to offset the ability for the Eagles to get after Matt Ryan, I got to see Mike Davis. I like to see this Falcons offensive line get up under the pads, lift the defensive line up and move them a little bit. To me, that's one of the biggest keys, Nikki.
So, Terrence, what would you say your favorite storyline is for this game?
Coaching. You got two first-time head coaches, and I believe in our coach better than their coach because he's been in a situation where he's been successful, and he has a defensive coordinator that's been successful. He has a good, experienced staff. So the storyline is going to be coaching and who makes the better decisions down the road of this game.
Anything in particular you're looking at, Chuck?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Matt Ryan, Kyle Pitts combination. It's going to be really important because that's what everybody's been talking about. When you draft a tight end that high, which is the highest drafted tight end of all time, he's got to come in and show. And to me, having a veteran like Matt Ryan, remember, Matt Ryan's had some good tight ends, Gonzalez and Hooper around him, so he knows how to get him in the game. So the storyline I'm interested to see, how does Kyle Pitts fit in this offense with Matt Ryan?
All eyes on that combo. So just real quick, Chuck, who do you think wins the game?
Well, I think it's a toss-up, Nikki. Let me tell you why.
It is not.
Let me just tell you why. No, seriously. I mean, you got.
I'm not asking you to be Miss Cleo.
Well, I say, look, the team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. How about that?
Yeah.
Terrence?
The team with less turnovers and a team that punts the left.
Whoever makes the fewest mistakes. You guys are being so predictable, guys. Stick with us when we come back. We're going to figure it out. It's Tom Brady getting Super Bowl ring number 8. It's all coming up next on Play to Win.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Get great offers from GM Financial and $1,750 cash allowance on Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
At Metro by T-Mobile, we don't think you should pay extra for unlimited 5G. Introducing the big 5G upgrade. Ditch Boost and Cricket and save half when you switch. Just $25 a month for one line of unlimited smartphone data with 5G access included. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy 5G with trade-in. All on the power of the T-Mobile 5G network. Rule your day with the big 5G upgrade. Only at Metro.
Recognized as a top-rated law firm for professional excellence in legal expertise, communication skills, and highest ethical standards. We are Montlick Injury Attorneys, and we know what it takes to win.
Today's NFL Report is being brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air, servicing Atlanta's heating and air conditioning needs for over 40 years.
Welcome back. It's time for our NFL Report, brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. The big question, can the Bucs do it again? Is Tom Brady going to go for his 8th Super Bowl ring? What do you think, Terrence?
Oh, yeah, he's going to go for it, but he's not going to get it. You know, I think just watching this team over the offseason, it was so much Tom Brady. Even Tom Brady was being Tom Brady, talking. And I just don't see it happening. I can't see it happening.
Bob, do you think he's just being Talk Brady or Tom Brady?
Look, he's Terrible Tom to me, but I like Terrible Tom because I was riding with Terrible Tom even through that heartache of the early part of the season when they were losing games, to seeing him turn it around and getting that team inspired to win some games. So I think that they have enough versatility with the strength of Tom Brady, Bruce Arians, Byron Leftwich, that coaching staff, and just gelling that nucleus of players that have some seasons, together before Tom was even there, and they got a solid offensive line. They can do the same thing they did last year. They're going to be a force to reckon with.
Chuck, let me see if you'll keep that positivity rolling over when we talk about the Saints in the post-Drew Brees era. What do you think they're going to look like?
I think the Saints are going to look fantastic. I think when you get Jameis Winston, you put him behind a good offensive line. You give him a defense that's not going to be shaky or going to break. I think you got a nice recipe. And when you look at this entire team, this is a winning culture. So I think the Saints are going to be fine. I think they're built to win. So I think the Saints will have something to say about if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are to win the NFC South.
Terrence, you think that the Saints have something to say?
I do. I think, with this quarterback, this type of quarterback, Jameis Winston, is that not only do you have a pocket quarterback, you got a quarterback that can move out of the pocket and make throws out of the pocket. You can even run and get you 5 or 6 yards and move the chains for you. That's different than what they've seen in the past. So I think this offense is going to be well. And like Chuck said, this defense is phenomenal. So, yeah, they're going to be right up there at the top at the end of the year.
Bob, what do you think about the Panthers? Are they going to surprise people or just keep winding up in last?
Yeah, I kind of like the wind up in last place sort of thing. They're trying to find themselves, replace some players, especially the QB situation. And I just think that of the teams in the NFC South, they're the ones that's going to struggle the most. So
yeah, they've been trying to find themselves for a little while, guys. Stick with us when we come back. It's time for the picks. You don't want to miss it. It's all coming up next on Football's Play to Win.
Life is reliably unreliable, and your home is no exception. Whether it's got the chills, or a temp, the drips, or the zaps, Whatever the ailment, you need a reliable solution fast. That's where Reliable Heating and Air comes in. We're talking same-day service, all backed by the 100% satisfaction reliable guarantee. Go to reliableair.com today to schedule your same-day service.
You just want to meet your new niece.
Here she is.
But if slow upload speeds were to freeze your face and you accidentally snub a newborn,
Nothing is ever good enough for you.
just remember, you're not a bad sister.
This is going to be a problem.
You just need better internet.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience with 25 times faster upload speeds than cable. Get AT&T Fiber. Plan starting at $35 a month for a year. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Get great offers from GM Financial and $1,750 cash allowance on Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
This is it. Oh, this is it. Down south style barbecue.
This is it. Barbecue and Seafood brings back its best value. 2 for $32. 1 for Saturday and 1 for Sunday. 2 dinners, 2 desserts, 2 drinks, all for just $32.
Now order online at thisisitbbq.com.
Opening soon, Union City. It's still the Rib Tips.
Today's college and NFL predictions is being brought to you by This Is It Barbecue.
Welcome back. It's time now for our college and NFL predictions brought to you by the delicious This Is It Barbecue. Jeffrey the Edge Schechter out for today. Bob handling his picks with care. Why don't you start us off with college?
Oh, I shall put some sauce on it for Jeffrey. Rutgers versus Syracuse. Give Rutgers the -2. We're going there. Iowa State, a classic for them. Iowa State +4.5. NC State -2.5 versus Mississippi State, and we're going NC State. Let's see what we got with the pros. We're going to pick up some rib tips for this. New York Jets +5 over Carolina. We think Carolina's trash. We're going to the Jets. Chargers, new coach, new look, going against Washington, -1. They should cover it. And then Cincinnati +3.5 over Minnesota. Will we see that great quarterback in Cincinnati do his thing after injury? We don't know,
That's my guy.
we will get some sauce.
That's my guy.
And have some food.
Carolina's trash. Now I'm hungry, guys. I had a lot of fun today. Yes, thank you all so much for joining us another week on football's Play to Win. The conversation continues online. Find us all on social media. And until next Saturday, 9 a.m. on Fox 5, be safe and have a happy, happy football day. We'll see you soon.
Today's show has been brought to you by This Is It Barbecue, Atlanta Peach Movers, and your Atlanta Nissan dealers.